The official Heartland Season 21 trailer feels perfect because it understands exactly what this show does best. It doesn't rely on shock for the sake of shock. Instead, it slowly tightens the knot around the characters we've grown up with. Right away, the tone feels heavier, more reflective, but also strangely hopeful. There's this sense that the ranch is standing at a crossroads again, just like it has so many times before, but this time the stakes feel different. The trailer leans into silence just as much as dialogue, letting looks, pauses, and unfinished thoughts do most of the talking. You can feel that something important is about to change, even when no one says it out loud. What really stands out is how the trailer treats Heartland Ranch itself. It doesn't feel like just a backdrop anymore. It feels like a living thing that's carrying the weight of everything that's happened. After all the departures, sacrifices, and emotional goodbyes, the ranch is still there, but it doesn't feel the same. There's a quiet tension in every shot, as if the land remembers what was lost and is waiting to see who's strong enough to carry it forward. This season looks less about dramatic confrontations and more about emotional consequences finally catching up. Jack's presence in the trailer is especially powerful. He doesn't dominate the screen, but every moment he appears feels intentional. You can see the weight of age, experience, and memory in his eyes. He's no longer the man charging into conflict. He's the man watching, listening, and realizing that the future of Heartland may no longer belong to him. And that realization feels heavy. There's a sense that Jack knows his role is changing, not because he's weaker, but because the world around him is moving on. That quiet acceptance might be one of the most emotional threads of the season. Lou, on the other hand, feels sharper, more grounded, and more determined than ever. What truly elevates the Season 21 trailer is how it quietly introduces uncertainty, without ever spelling it out. There's a lingering feeling that everyone is pretending to be fine, while deep down they know they're standing on unstable ground. The trailer shows familiar faces going through familiar routines, but something feels off. Smiles don't last as long. Conversations seem unfinished. It's as if the characters are moving forward, simply because stopping would force them to confront what they're trying so hard to avoid. That emotional undercurrent is what makes the trailer so gripping. It understands that the scariest changes aren't always loud. Sometimes they arrive quietly, disguised as normal days. One of the most interesting things hinted at is how the family dynamic is shifting, now that roles have changed. With Amy gone, everyone else is forced to step into emotional spaces they never had to fill before. The trailer subtly shows this through small moments, like hesitation before speaking or characters looking toward someone who isn't there anymore. It feels like Heartland is asking a difficult question this season. What happens when the person who held everyone together moves on? And more importantly, who steps up when there's no clear answer? That question hangs over every frame, creating a sense of suspense that doesn't rely on drama but on emotional uncertainty. The younger generation also feels more present in this trailer, and not in a flashy way. There's a sense that they're watching closely, learning from the mistakes and strengths of those before them. You can tell that Season 21 isn't just about maintaining the ranch, but about shaping the people who will inherit it one day. The trailer hints at moments where the younger characters are tested, not through big conflicts, but through responsibility. And that's where Heartland has always thrived, showing growth through everyday challenges that slowly shape who someone becomes. There's also Another reason this trailer feels so perfect is the way it teases conflict without turning Heartland into something it's not. There's no sudden shift into chaos or nonstop drama. Instead, the tension comes from difficult choices that don't have clear right or wrong answers. Season 21 looks like it will challenge the characters morally and emotionally, forcing them to question the values they've lived by for years. The trailer gives us just enough to feel that pressure building, especially around decisions that could permanently change the future of the ranch and the family tied to it. You can sense that loyalty will be tested this season, not through betrayal, but through disagreement. The trailer hints that not everyone will see the future the same way. Some want to protect tradition at all costs, while others believe change is the only way to survive. That clash of perspectives feels inevitable, and the trailer leans into it quietly. There are moments where characters stand together physically, but emotionally you can tell they're worlds apart. That emotional distance is far more unsettling than open arguments, because it suggests cracks forming where unity once existed. The trailer also suggests that Season 21 will explore personal identity in a deeper way. Several characters appear to be questioning who they are outside of Heartland Ranch. For years, the ranch has defined them, given them purpose, and shaped their choices. Now, with the world shifting around them, they seem to be asking whether that's still enough. This internal struggle adds another layer of suspense because it raises the possibility that staying might be just as painful as leaving. And Heartland has never shied away from showing how hard it is to choose between duty and personal happiness. There's a strong emotional focus on resilience as well. The trailer doesn't present the characters as broken, but as tired. Tired of loss, tired of holding everything together. What also makes the Season 21 trailer stand out is how clearly it signals a shift in emotional focus. This season doesn't look like it's chasing big external threats. Instead, it turns inward. The biggest battles seem to be happening inside the characters themselves. The trailer hints that unresolved feelings from past seasons are no longer being pushed aside. They're resurfacing, demanding attention, and refusing to stay buried. That emotional reckoning gives Season 21 a more mature tone, one that trusts the audience to stay engaged without constant dramatic spikes. There's a strong sense that forgiveness will play a major role this season, but not in an easy or comforting way. The trailer suggests that forgiving someone doesn't automatically bring peace, and sometimes it even creates distance. Characters appear to be grappling with old wounds that never fully healed, questioning whether moving forward means forgetting, or finally confronting what still hurts. That internal conflict feels raw and deeply human, and it adds layers to relationships we thought we already understood. The trailer also hints that leadership will be challenged in unexpected ways. Taking charge doesn't just mean making decisions anymore, it means living with the consequences when those decisions affect people you love. Season 21 seems ready to explore how power, responsibility, and emotional connection collide. You can feel the weight of expectation pressing down on certain characters, especially those who never asked to lead but now have no choice. The suspense comes from wondering how long they can carry that weight before something gives. Another compelling element is how the trailer treats time. There's a strong feeling that moments are slipping away, that opportunities can be missed if choices aren't made soon enough. Characters seem more reflective, more aware of how quickly life moves when you're not paying attention. That awareness creates a quiet urgency throughout the trailer. The final part of the Season 21 trailer is where everything begins to click into place, and you start to understand why it feels so perfect. It's not just about teasing new challenges or highlighting emotional struggles, it's about showing growth, resilience, and the subtle ways Heartland continues to evolve. The trailer gives glimpses of the characters standing at pivotal moments, not in the middle of chaos, but on the edge of choices that could define them for years to come. That sense of potential, both exciting and uncertain, creates a tension that lingers long after the trailer ends. You're left wondering not just what will happen, but how everyone will respond when the quiet cracks in their lives widen into something unavoidable. One of the most striking things is how the trailer emphasizes the weight of responsibility. Season 21 seems ready to push characters into spaces where they can't rely on past habits or old routines. Every decision feels heavier because it matters, not just for the ranch but for the people they love. The trailer teases moments where characters are confronted with hard truths, forced to reconcile their past with the present, and make choices that could redefine who they are. It's the kind of suspense that doesn't need explosions or high-stakes action. It's built from the anticipation of watching people grow under pressure, and that's exactly what Heartland does best. The emotional stakes are elevated too because the trailer shows that past wounds haven't healed as neatly as anyone hoped. There's an unspoken tension running through interactions, a subtle awareness that words left unsaid have consequences. Characters are forced to navigate this delicate emotional terrain, balancing their loyalty to family, their own desires, and the weight of expectations. That creates a quiet but compelling suspense that keeps you invested, because every glance, every pause, and every small gesture could signal a turning point. Season 21 promises that. The last part of the trailer hints at the emotional journeys that will define Season 21, and it's impossible not to feel both excited and tense watching it. There's a sense that Heartland is leaning into the slow, realistic unraveling of life on the ranch, the kind that doesn't rely on flashy events but on the quiet tension of everyday choices. You can see the characters grappling with loyalty, love, and responsibility in ways that feel painfully relatable. The trailer emphasizes that this season isn't just about what happens to them, it's about how they respond when the world changes around them. Every glance, Every hesitation, every decision carries weight, and the anticipation of seeing those moments play out is almost tangible. Season 21 also seems to explore the ripple effects of past decisions more than ever. The trailer suggests that the consequences of prior seasons are not behind the characters, they're layered into every interaction, every scene, and every choice. It's a reminder that Heartland has always been about continuity, about watching characters grow over time, and that legacy is stronger than ever here. Even small moments, like a look exchanged between friends or the quiet handling of ranch chores, are charged with meaning. The trailer makes it clear that this season will reward longtime fans who have followed these characters through triumphs, heartbreak, and personal growth. There's also a subtle focus on hope, even amidst tension. The trailer doesn't shy away from the challenges ahead, but it frames them alongside the resilience and perseverance that define the Heartland spirit. Characters are clearly confronting fears, doubts, and unspoken questions about the future. But there's always the possibility of triumph, reconciliation, and growth. That duality, uncertainty, and hope intertwined is what gives the trailer its magnetic pull. You feel on edge because the stakes are real, but you also feel invested because there's a promise of meaningful re-eye. The trailer also subtly teases that Heartland Season 21 will push characters into emotional territories we haven't fully explored before. It's not about extreme plot twists or over-the-top drama. Instead, it's about the quiet, internal battles that define who they are and who they're becoming. There are moments that hint at new responsibilities, personal growth, and the courage to face consequences that have been building over years. Watching the characters navigate these challenges gives the trailer an almost cinematic weight, even though the pace is measured and calm. Every pause, every glance, and every hesitation seems intentional, creating a tension that lingers long after the trailer ends. One of the most intriguing elements teased is how relationships will evolve this season. Bonds that have always felt unbreakable are shown to be more delicate than they appear. The trailer gives glimpses of conflicts simmering beneath the surface, as well as moments of connection that feel more meaningful because they're earned. Season 21 appears ready to explore the complexities of love, friendship, and loyalty in ways that feel both realistic and emotionally satisfying. It's that attention to detail, those small charged moments, that makes this trailer resonate so deeply. The trailer also makes it clear that Heartland will continue balancing tradition with change. Characters are faced with decisions that affect the ranch, the family, and their own identities. It's not a simple choice between right and wrong. It's about finding the courage to act in a world where the rules are shifting. That tension between holding on and letting go adds layers of suspense that keep viewers on edge. You feel the weight of every decision, and that weight makes the upcoming season feel significant, even from just a few minutes of trailer footage. Another compelling aspect is how the trailer highlights resilience in a subtle but powerful way. The characters are shown carrying responsibility. The final moments teased in the trailer make it clear that Heartland Season 21 is going to be a season of transformation, not just for the ranch, but for the people who call it home. There's a sense that the familiar routines of Heartland are shifting, and the characters must find new ways to carry forward the legacy they've built. The trailer hints at challenges that are as much about personal growth as they are about ranch life. Decisions that test courage, integrity, and the bonds that hold everyone together. It's that quiet tension, the sense that every choice matters, that gives the trailer its thrilling and suspenseful energy. The trailer also emphasizes that the Heartland family isn't defined solely by what they do, but by who they are in moments of uncertainty. You can see glimpses of characters facing situations that push them to reflect on their values, confront old mistakes, and make choices that will impact the next chapter of their lives. Season 21 seems ready to explore the emotional and moral consequences of living in a world where stability is no longer guaranteed. That promise of depth, combined with the suspense of not knowing how each character will respond, keeps the audience emotionally invested from start to finish. Another subtle but important element is how the trailer conveys hope amidst tension. Even as characters face uncertainty and difficult decisions, there's an underlying sense that they can overcome challenges and grow stronger through adversity. This balance of suspense and optimism is what makes Heartland resonate so powerfully. The trailer reminds viewers that no matter how heavy the stakes or how personal the struggles, there is always room for connection, love, and resilience. The trailer also hints at the passage of time, showing that the events of Season 21 will build on everything that came before. Characters are no longer just reacting to immediate problems. They're shaping the future, navigating the consequences of previous. What makes the Heartland Season 21 trailer truly stand out is the way it balances familiarity with the promise of change. The ranch, the land, and the characters we've grown to love are still at the heart of the story, but there's a clear sense that nothing is exactly the same. The trailer subtly shows that old dynamics are shifting, that relationships are evolving, and that each character is being tested in ways they haven't been before. This creates a suspenseful tension because we care about these people and now we're watching to see how they'll rise or struggle under new pressures. Season 21 seems to focus on the quiet moments that carry the heaviest weight. A shared glance, a hesitant step forward, or a pause before speaking can hold more significance than any dramatic confrontation. The trailer emphasizes that this season is about choices and consequences, about how the smallest decisions can ripple outward and impact everyone on the ranch. That attention to detail, the subtle but meaningful emotional beats, is what makes the trailer feel so compelling and suspenseful. The trailer also hints at the strength and resilience of the Heartland family in the face of change. While challenges arise, there's an underlying current of support and love that runs through every frame. Season 21 promises to show that even when life is unpredictable, the bonds between family, friends, and the land itself remain a source of strength. The suspense doesn't come from uncertainty about whether the characters will survive. It comes from wondering how they'll adapt, grow, and find new ways to thrive. There's also an emphasis on personal growth and self-discovery in the trailer. Characters are being pushed out of their comfort zones, facing situations that force them to reflect on who they are and who they want to be. These internal struggles are just as dramatic and suspenseful as any external conflict because they feel real, earned, and relatable. The trailer teases that season